So where you're putting your attention is a huge part of waking up, a huge part of becoming more mindful, a huge part of knowing exactly who you are and what the truth of you is. We're very unconscious actually, and by thinking a lot of thoughts, we think it's kind of normal to then have a lot of reactions. We react to everything, and it's our emotions that kind of dictate to us whether today's a good day, whether we like what's going on. So it's very interesting how the emotions are a huge part of our reactions. So, it's telling a story, it's protecting us. So what's really cool about that then is that if we want to, look what's going past me, if we want to be more in tune with who we are, using the emotions is a very good place to start. Because we kind of get swung around by our emotions. How do I feel? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about going into that store? How do I feel? So we believe that our tuning in, our intuition perhaps, or just our thoughts are leading us on through our day. And that's cool, but let's play it a bit differently. If the emotions are like the wind, and it's just because, and we call that intuition, well then maybe it's really based on patterning. I feel bad about walking into the store because when I was 3 years old, I feel like Mum abandoned me in the store. She didn't, but that's how I feel. So now I have a huge aversion to stores that look like this or smell like that. So really it's got nothing to do with intuition. It's got everything to do with past experiences, which is cool. I've got to be careful. There's all these cyclists going past. Or another thing could be I feel like this. I feel very closed down and upset when certain types of people talk in a certain way. Loud voices, big energy, all that kind of stuff. More cyclists. Again, intuition. Right now, I don't feel like I can be around you. No, that's actually patterning. So it's because of the past patterns that we react to these things and are this way. But none of it's wrong, right? The fact that you can see that is really cool. It's just misinterpretation, really. So let's use emotions to increase our awareness. And of course, the greatest way to do that would be to expand. And the way to expand is through upward spiraling emotions or positive emotions. So it's a bit like a traffic jam down here. It's kind of funny. So some of the emotions you could use would be, I don't know, let's just go with something really simple like praise or appreciation, and yet totally incredibly transformative. So how does that work? If you're kind of aware that you went into that situation that I just mentioned, what did I mention earlier? Being around somebody with a big energy that's kind of scaring you or provoking you, or going into a room or not wanting to go into a certain room or house. It's like a lot going on. And then you realize that you're not feeling it, and your instant reaction is, I intuit this, do not go. Well, let's slow it down a bit and just be grateful for being there. Let's invoke the gratitude. And then from that place, allow ourselves to settle and not think, to just be present and to be aware of what is in this moment. And then we make our decisions from there. Now, they might still be the same. It might be, no, I don't want to be around this person, or I don't want to go into that building. But now it's not coming from a past experience. It's not coming out of a habitual reaction. It's actually coming from being present and conscious with what is in this moment now. So what we're doing is using our emotions to actually guide us into seeing reactions, and then using gratitude to actually become present. It's through being the choice of gratitude and choosing to think something grateful in this moment, we're actually incredibly present. We've let go of all stories, we've let go of all thinking, and we're able to then allow the truth to be. And like I said, it might be the same awareness as what you already had, or it might be just a whole different relationship. but we're not reacting and moving on past tendencies, right? We're not kidding ourselves and actually making decisions and going through our day based on habits and reactions that happened before, which is really freeing.